What's going on, everybody out there in the LEGO community? In today's video, we're going to be talking about Kylo Ren's command shuttle. If you're not familiar with this set, this is set number 75406. It's an 18 plus set with 386 pieces coming in at a whopping $69.99. Okay, so with all that beginning information out of the way, now we can delve into the actual review of this set, and we will be talking about that $69.99 price tag. Now, I do have the ship separated from the base because if I do put them together, I cannot capture with my lens both of those things together because the wings are enormous on this set. So first, let's go ahead and talk about the stand. So the stand is congruent with all the rest of the stands in the Starship collection. I am totally fine with that. I love it. If you're going to be displaying all these together, if the stands were different, it would just look wonky, and I'm glad that they're not going that direction. So same stand, looks really nice, looks really clean. Now, same thing for the printed piece. It's not a sticker or any of that stuff. I'm glad that they're sticking with the printed tiles when it comes to the information of what it is that is on display. So fantastic, check mark, great. Now let's talk about Kylo Ren's command shuttle. This thing's wings are massive. It's not going to fit in your standard size IKEA shelving stuff that we usually use to display, sets like this. IKEA has some great furniture when it comes to displays, and a lot of Lego people in the community love to use that stuff, including myself, and it's not going to fit in it. It will fit if you do not have it on the stand, but if you put it on the stand, it's a no-go. So you're going to have to figure out how to display this set going forward after being built. Okay, so let's talk about the wings and how they function. So this is the landed phase, and I'm sorry if this is kind of pushed back, but this thing is so huge, I have to have it at this angle. So now this is the landed phase. We're going to go ahead and pop the wings out one, boom. So this is going to be kind of like it's going into landing or starting to fly, and then this would be the flight phase right here. This is a fantastic looking ship, and I really like the dark side ships just have that flow to them. They have that kind of sleekness, but that ominous feeling to them as well, because them being in black and red just looks unbelievable together. But the only bad thing is it's going to look really bad when it gets dusty. So you're going to have to make sure that you dust these wings off, depending on what position you're going to have them in. But yeah, that's going to be something you're going to have to contend with going forward with this ship. Now, when it comes to the size of the wings and the fuselage, that was a huge thing that people had a massive contention with. Why was the fuselage so small? And kind of compared to what the wings are. Now, if you look at Canon, you look at pictures, you look at the information, all that good stuff that we have, this is what it has to look like. I want to say that hopefully Lego was looking at how they were going to scale this, and it would have to be a one-to-one, right? So if you increase the fuselage size, you'd have to increase the size of the wings. If you increase the size of the wings, it's going to get to the point where you can't really quantify or qualify this for it being a Starship Collection ship. I think it would have to move up to play scale. So they had to make the fuselage small so they could fit the size of the wings in to still it be, to still consider it to be a Starship Collection set. Hopefully I got that across right. I don't know. I got to learn how to speak. Okay, anyways, so that being said, when it comes to that and thinking about that in its entirety of how the fuselage has to be small for the wings to fit and all that stuff, I'm okay with the size of the fuselage and the size of the set itself. I understand what they are trying to do, and I am judging this based on it fitting within that same theme of it being a Starship Collection. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this out right now. I'm a huge fan of the Starship Collection. I love this theme within the theme. I want more ships. I want all of them. Make a freaking Starship scale or Starship Collection, a scale set of every single ship that exists in Star Wars, and I'll buy them because I absolutely love this theme. So maybe the way that I am judging this ship and this set might be a little bit skewed because of my overall feeling about the theme itself. Now let's go ahead and talk about the actual build of Kylo Ren's shuttle and how that kind of went together. So it was actually very easy. Now this is an 18 plus set because of the simple fact that this is geared towards more AFOLs or, people that are going to be older Star Wars Lego collectors. But to be honest with you, I think anybody can put this set together. It was a very, very simple and easy process. Now, there is, like all the other Starship collections, there is an Easter egg inside Kylo Ren's command shuttle, and that's going to be none other than Kylo Ren with General Hux having an animated discussion. Look, when Kylo Ren has his lightsaber out, homie, you're probably not going to want to be in the same room with that guy, so you're going to want to get out of there. When it comes to the overall build of the wings, I like the textures that they added to it, the details, the greebling is very, very nice. Now, looking at the center of the ship, which is the fuselage, that red tile right there is so ominous looking. It looks so cool. Then, when it comes to the engines with that pop of color, and then just the overall design and the shape, I think they got it perfect when it comes to the overall build process. So yeah, very, very easy, very simple, wasn't too hard to put together. And then again, when it comes to the wings itself, they really do hold kind of their pattern and their shape. Obviously, this is the landed, and then opening them up to that slightly open position, it holds there. It doesn't really have an issue or a problem. I'm going to try to see if I can pick this thing up without, yeah, it doesn't really have a problem keeping the wings in that position if you're wanting to display it like that. And then obviously all the way down, same exact thing. So yeah, build quality and design, perfect. I think it's time for us to go ahead and discuss the price. Now, a $69 or $70 price tag for this set, I do feel is a little too much. I think this should sit somewhere between 55 and 60 bucks. Now, we have seen other Starship Collection sets come out around that same price, and I have the same feeling for those sets as well. I feel like they could use a price reduction, which would make the Starship Collection even more appealing, even though I know out there everybody is pretty much buying these sets because they're so easy to display, and you're getting some really good quality ships out there. But yeah, I really would have loved this set to be somewhere around 55 or 60 bucks. I think that would have been perfect. Now, again, you're paying for the licensing fee of Star Wars and all of that stuff. So there is going to be a price increase because of that. But yeah, I mean, 386 pieces for 70 bucks is just a little hard to swallow, especially in today's economy. It is getting better out there, but it's still a little rough. If you found this review informative, please do us a favor and go down there and hit this video with a like. If you want to see more content like this from us, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell. It just notifies you whenever we drop new content. Let me know in the comments section below, what do you think about this set? Did you purchase this on day one, or are you going to be waiting for a discount? And if you did buy it, what did you think of the overall build process, the build quality? What did you think about the set overall? Let us know in that comment section below. While you're out there looking for Lego, hunting for that perfect set for you, be safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.